regular season game. 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. One game to decide it all, and it looks a lot like last year's game. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. The Chiefs and the Eagles, Greg, back at it this time in Santa Clara. 364 days ago was New Orleans. The Eagles came out on top. Now the Chiefs try to turn the tables on Philly.
Yeah, and you have to think back to last year's game, just the slow start that Kansas City got off to. You let a team like Philadelphia play with the lead, play from out front with that run game and that defense. That's going to be a tall task. So the key going in, everything that Andy Reid has talked about all week, get off to a fast start, come out, attack, and try to keep this thing even a lot longer than they did last year.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 14.
Give them 14 on that one. First down, KC.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
That's to Gray, open on the left side. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
22 more yards.
22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up first and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll lead to a second and goal.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it, it takes away a touchdown, man. That stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. But I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot.
And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Now, where will they mark him? It looks like he's a little bit short, just by about the length of the football. So decision time coming up. It's fourth down.
Fourth and goal.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
Here it is on fourth down. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chiefs are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll take off again. They'll run it here with Saquon. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He'll step up and run, and he's in! Jalen Hurts! Touchdown, Eagles!
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7.
Game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And they'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Get it to Brown. He's close to a first down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On second down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2, 3rd and 7, as we are ready to get back underway. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. 13 yards on the catch there, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
On the play. And a Kansas City Chiefs
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
2nd and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
It's 3rd and 11.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 39-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he searches forward for a gain of about 5.
It was brought down by Drew Tranquill. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 8.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Back at the 44-yard
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Was great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Mahomes on first down. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Brings up third.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second down.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's going to be third. They need 1. Throwing now, Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Kansas City Chiefs.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
They put Kelsey in motion. This one brought in by Brown.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll step up and run this.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. He dropped this underneath to Pacheco. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
2nd down and 3. On play action, it's Mahomes. let this go towards the end zone.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They put Kelsey in motion. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll fake the give, and now it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now Hurts. To the outside, he's got Smith. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Dotson, the man in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Open man, Devontae Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. A run up the middle with Barkley. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was no...
And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Tirico. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
36-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Wright. 14 on that hookup. First down, KC.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On second down, Mahomes to the left side in the hands of Rice.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
3rd and a yard. Throwing is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Delivers it quick to Brown, and he is out of bounds at the 45. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On play action, Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground, this is Barkley. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Open receiver is Dotson. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. The throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Going for it all. Incomplete. Covering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
1 quarter remains here in Super Bowl 59. EA Sports back for the 4th from SoFi after this. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Gray going to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Play action here. Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Rice. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
It's It's a gain of 20.
That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
First down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The man over the middle, it's worthy. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Chiefs first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Gray is the motion man here. Here's a run with Hunt. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
A 23-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Harrison Butker.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Williams now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. You've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
Here's 3rd and 2. Again, Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. He'll run again. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can see the receiver. He's pleading his case to the refs. And from our perspective, Mike, I think it's pretty clear. He was not in bounds. I don't blame him for trying. If I was in his situation, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's holding at the 2. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Chiefs 19, Eagles 17.
Even with their full complement of timeouts, the Colts to try an onside kick.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. Now, Mahomes. Will swing one out wide to Pacheco. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It's now second down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going across the field on target to Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Take your whole squad out. Call him the cannon for no reason. Holmes MVP.
2nd and 11. And that'll do it. For the 3rd time in 4 years, the Kansas City Chiefs are once again Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike...